Well, hello, today we're going to change the mirror on your scooter, and in this video I will show you how. Well, hello and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you how to replace your side mirror on your scooter. Those are really important for you because you need to know who's in the back. So this one, after many miles, they start to vibrate a little bit, and they are slightly noisy, so they might get to your nerve at one point. So change them is really easy. They are really affordable to buy. If you go to Amazon, I'm going to put the link around here. If you need to buy them, they're about $25 on Amazon. They have many different colors, and I'm going to show you how to replace them right now. To replace this mirror, you only need an Allen wrench that is 6mm. Now you put it right here. Sometimes they might be a little hard to turn, so you can go right there and you can turn this way, but be careful of the plastic, you might scratch the plastic, so be gentle, okay? So if they come up pretty easy, take your time, do not rush yourself, because these parts, they're made of plastic and it's not a great plastic. Now this one, they come up pretty good right here, and there is a really long screw right here, the bolt right here, and this one is the bolt that you have on your mirror. Now there is a problem that sometimes when you squeeze them, they break right here at the wires, okay? And that's a problem right here. Now if you have a problem like that, just disconnect them so they're not going to touch the body of your scooter, because if they touch the body of the scooter, you're going to have a problem, because you're going to have a short in the system, so your scooter might not run the right way. Now you have to find the cables that are inside here. Now you can slightly open up a little bit the plastic, slightly. Don't open too much because you might break the screws. If you cannot find the wires, you have to open the whole front of your scooter and find those wires and put them out. But gently, you can find them. Sometimes they're just right here, and there is three wires right here. Be very gentle. Sometimes look on this side right here and you could find the wire. Now try to get this wire up here, okay? Maybe you can use a little screwdriver so you can get these wires out of the hole and out of the body of the scooter, so you can connect it with the new mirror, okay? Now these mirrors are not great quality, but they're okay. They're working okay for a long time, you know, if you take care of them, you know. It's really important to make sure. Sometimes they get loose a little bit, but you have to tie them a little bit, so you just tie them right here with the bolt that you have on the mirror. But every time you put this one on right here, you have to be careful, because you could squeeze the wire right here, and if you squeeze the wire right here, you have a short on the system, especially if you squeeze the yellow one on the bike, on the frame, because right here you have the frame. If you squeeze this one on the frame, there is a problem that your scooter might not start, or your scooter might, you know, might not run the right way, so you have to be careful. So right here you have a green one, you have a light blue right here, and you have a yellow one. Usually the yellow one is for the position light, the light blue is for the turn signal, and the green one or the black one is always the ground. But you know, when it's on the black wire, it's called negative. If it's on the green, it's called ground, okay? So there are two different names, more or less the same thing, you know. But be careful right here. You want to make sure that you put them the right way and they're not squeezed, okay? Very important. And right here I have a new mirror that you can buy on Amazon, and they come with a new bolt and a new rubber base right here to put them on the bottom so you don't scratch the body of the scooter. Now make sure you match the wires of this new mirror with the wires that you have on your scooter. Now you have a green one that will be the ground. On this one you have the brown, and you have the yellow one. Usually the yellow one is always the one that is run in the position light. The green one is the ground, and the brown is the turn signal on the mirrors. Okay, so now the first thing you should do is passing this rubber base before you're going to connect the wires, okay, because you really don't want to put the base later, because you're gonna have a big problem. Now this base right here, you have to look at the shape and kind of push this one in a way that is gonna look the same shape right here. Okay, now after that you can start to connect the wire. So the green with the green, make sure you push them pretty good inside. Then you have the yellow with the yellow, and make sure you grab them pretty good in the middle and you push them together like that. And we have the right here the light blue. This one goes with the brown. Okay, so you connect this one and that's it. Now before you put the bolt, you should turn the key of the scooter and try with the turn light if the brown is okay, that is going to work right here with your turn signal. Because if it doesn't work, at this point you can change the wires. You don't want to change the wires later when you put the bolt. Okay, so at this point try them, make sure they're working, and you put this one in, but a little more on the side. Okay, but be gentle, okay, because you don't want to squeeze this wire or damaging this wire. One by one you can place these wires inside. Now you have to be a little patient, because this wire, you want them in a way they're not going to be squeezed when you're going to place the bolt, and you don't want to damage them, because if you damage them they might make a short right there. That happened to me before, so I let you know this one because it's my experience. That's what happened to me. Okay, if you squeeze the yellow or the brown, you're going to have a problem later. So try to make sure that these wires, they are out of the way when you're going to tie your bolt. You can use a little screwdriver to get this wire first out of the way, so you're not going to have any problem later. So take your time, be patient, and you want to get this wire away from the bolt. Now after you put that one, make sure they look okay, make sure that the wires are away, and at that point you can start to put the bolt in. Try to look inside from here, from the part of the bolt. If you see the wires, they're behind that or underneath that, you don't want to screw the bolt in. So place the bolt in, and with the number 6 you can tie this up. Okay, now be gentle to tie this up, don't want to tie too much. Some scooters, they have a spacer between the mirror and the plastic, because sometimes when you tie it too much, you have a problem that the plastic here goes slightly down. So the best way right here is to tie it, but not too much. Now you can put a little thread lock if you want to use a thread lock to make sure this one, they're not going to come off, or vibration is not going to move them, because then you could have a problem. Okay, so right after you put them down nice and tightly, they bring you also a little cap that you can put it on top right here. So this one is, this bolt is not going to be damaged by the rain or the weather. Okay, so this one looks great this way. We go on the other side, we're going to do the same job on the other side. Right here on the left side, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use a number 6 Allen wrench to unscrew this one right here. And take your time, don't rush yourself, because sometimes these bolts, they go slightly sideways and they might give you a problem. So you cannot unscrew them and screw them a little bit to see if it goes back in the right direction, okay? So now if this one, it kind of wobble a little bit, hold it with your left hand, so it's not going to break all the way, or it's not going to pull the wires, because if it pulls the wire at one point, you're going to have a problem. Now if you can go to Home Depot or any store and try to find this bolt that they are 8 millimeter, try to find them in stainless steel so they never get rust. So it's a lot better quality, you know. Now same thing here, try to pull out all the connection and you're gonna connect it together the right way. Right here we have a brown, we have a like yellow and a green. Remember, the green is always the ground. Right here, make sure you pull this wire slightly, open up the plastic this way a little bit so you can allow those little connections to come out. But be careful, because you don't want to break the plastic, because this plastic is not really good, but slightly, you know, you can feel it and you let the plastic go and you slightly you put it up and you bring it up right here. Now right here you're going to see all the wire. We have one yellow one and a green one, and right here we have an orange one. Now right here you just grab them from here and you disconnect it, wobble it and disconnect it. Okay, sometimes they break because these cables they get old, so you need to have a little plier to disconnect this part right here, or you can get two pliers, one on each side, so you can disconnect them. Sometimes with the corrosion, one of the side of this little connection gets stuck together, so you need to have a little plier. So in one side, you make sure you grab the one side to the base, you know, don't squeeze it too much, you still have to be gentle, okay? And the other one you just grab it and you pull it, okay? So this one, sometimes there is a little corrosion. You can place a little bit of grease, they call it grease for electrician, and you can put a little bit inside and you can use that one. That would be good, because with the, you know, corrosion, weather, rain, sometimes this connection gets stuck together, okay? So it is really, sometimes a little grease help, you know, but it's not any other grease. There's a special grease for products, they're electrical products. Now right here you just pull it and away and you go away with this one, okay? Now you see you have three lines, okay? You have a green one and a yellow one and an orange, okay? Now the green is always ground. If you see black, it's called negative, but it's green is ground. We have the yellow one, is always the lights. All the lights in your scooter, they're run by the yellow. And right here you have this kind of orange, that is this one is the turn signal. Okay, right after you remove the old mirror, get the base for the new one, that is the rubber base that is around it. You just go through with this one and you put it at the base of the new mirror, okay? Now it's kind of like a funky shape, like a little different shape, so make sure you put it the way you should put it, in the nice way right here, so it's going to match the base, okay? Because you don't want to leave any space for water to go in. Now right here you have the new bolt, that is a 6 millimeter. Now at this point, after you put the base, the rubber base, you can connect the wires. Now the green with the green, the yellow with the yellow. Now make sure you squeeze them pretty good. The yellow with the yellow, and you have the brown with the orange, okay? Make sure you squeeze them nicely, because you don't want them disconnect when you're riding your scooter and maybe the lights are not working, or maybe you're going to have a short, so they have to be squeezed. Now after you're done, you can place this wire kind of inside, but raise slightly a little bit the plastic, okay? Raise the plastic a little bit so you can enter these wires inside. Try to put them that way so they're not going to go in front of your brake, because if they go in front of your brake, when you're braking, you could squeeze those wires. So put them that way. Now right here you have the base. Make sure it stays the base right here. If you like, you can put this lightly a little bit of gel crazy glue right here inside, so this base is not going to move. But don't worry, when you place this base right here, it's not going to move anymore. Now make sure that these wires are out of the way, because when you're going to twist, you know, when you place this bolt right here, you could squeeze one of the wire and you could have a problem. So you don't want that to happen. Okay, now slightly, a little bit at a time. Now you are ready to squeeze and tie this bolt. Very easy to do. Now don't be too strong. Make sure before you do the last turn with your Allen wrench, make sure you put them in a position, okay, where you're going to see this mirror. Okay, you want to see the back, so they have to be aligned a little bit. After that, you can twist this bolt and make sure you don't squeeze it too much, because you have plastic underneath. If you have this plastic, you might break the plastic because you squeeze it too much. You can slightly put a rubber spacer underneath if you have any problem, okay? But if not, just leave it the way they are. At this point, look like we already changed this one. Make sure you did a good job. Make sure everything looks good. You can place, there is a little cover for the bolt right here that comes with the kit. And let me tell you, for $20, you may have a better looking scooter with a brand new mirror, okay? Right here you have a little cup, you know, cover for the bolt, so the rain doesn't go there or doesn't stay there. It's very important. Okay, after that you're done. Make sure they look good, make sure you're comfortable, make sure you see the back. Okay, we just finished to change the mirror on your scooter. At this point, I'd like to thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to visit my YouTube channel, my TikTok, subscribe to my channel, and click that like button anytime. Thank you very much and have a great day.